Hi, everyone. I hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your Friday. Happy Friday. For today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a video. This is the video. I'm going to go over the review sheet. Okay. I'm going to go over the answers. Hopefully, you worked on that yesterday, and I'm going to go over the answers so that you will be ready to take the test on Monday. Okay. Now, in addition to the review sheet, I'm posting some alternative activities if you just want some more review. All right, so one of them is a Jeopardy, one is a Stations Guide. That is just for review if you want some extra help. All right, so I am not collecting any of it. It's just for you, okay? But I am going to go over the answers here real quick, so I'm going to present my screen. There we go. Okay. Get out my review sheet. Minimize that. Okay, so when this is pulling up, you will be able to see my screen. All right. There we go. So walking through these problems, hopefully in yesterday's video you heard me say cross off B, D, E, G, and I because there was extra words here that no longer are on here. Okay, so a part of a solution that does the dissolving, an example is water. Water is a solvent. Okay, a homogeneous mixture where one part of the mixture becomes evenly dissolved in the other. Example, salt water. Salt water is a solution. I skipped C. A solution that contains more than the max amount of solute. More than the max, that's going to be supersaturated. H says a solution that contains the exact amount of solute that is capable. The exact amount is saturated. The part of solution that gets dissolved, example, salt. Salt is a solute, and that leaves K to be unsaturated. Okay? The rate of solution, and you can pause the video at any time if you would like. What is the rate of solution? That is how fast a solute can dissolve. What are 3 ways in which the rate of solution can be increased? Stirring, adding heat, and increasing surface area. Okay. Circle the word. The solubility of a solid will increase. The gas decreases. And the solubility of a gas as pressure increases will also. Okay. The equation. So hopefully you know molarity is equal to moles over liters. Dilution is M1V1, M2V2. And then the percent concentration is equal to grams of the solute over grams of the solution times 100. Okay, let's go to the back. Check this out. What is the solubility of KNO3 at 50 degrees temperature? So here's 50 degrees temperature. Let's see. And there is KNO3. So how many grams dissolved? Well, that's going to be 80 grams. Okay. What is more soluble at 50 degrees? KNO3, which we just had, or NH4Cl? Which one dissolves more solid? Well, that's going to be KNO3. That dot is higher, it dissolves more solid. What is the solubility of KCl? So KCl is right here. Here's that line. KCl at 50 degrees temperature. Well, in 100 milliliters, so this is per 100 grams of water. Now, the question says 200 grams of water. So I have to double this amount, right? So if 100 has 40 grams, 200 will have 80 grams. Okay. Next question. How many grams of NaNO3? Okay, so I'm going to use a different one. NaNO3 is up here. Okay. How many grams of Na would crystallize if a saturation cooled from 55? So at 55 degrees, at 55, I have 120. And at 10 degrees, I have 80. So how much would crystallize? Well, I lose 40 grams at that temperature. So 40 grams would be the answer. Okay. And last but not least, we look at salt. The salt line is right here. Okay. It says if a student mixes 50 grams at 25 degrees temperature, that's that point right there. Is that supersaturated? Is that above my salt line, on the line, or below it? Well, it's above the line, so that means it's supersaturated. And does this mean all 50 grams would dissolve? No, it doesn't. There would be crystals in the solution, so that would be your answer. There would be crystals in the solution. Okay. Which two substances on the graph are gases? Gases would be Ce2SO43 and NH3. And how do you know? They both go down. They both go down. Okay. All right, so in the next ones, we're going to have molarity equation. Molarity is equal to moles over liters. So in my first one, you're just going to take the moles divided by the liters. All right, so 2 divided by 3, which is 0.6 repeating. Okay. Once again, moles divided, I don't have liters, I have milliliters. So I got to convert this to liters. So when you make your conversion, it's 0.5 liters. So moles divided by liters, you should get 2. Okay. Next one. Uh-oh, I don't have moles, but I'm given molarity. So molarity is 0.5. I don't know moles divided by liters. Okay, so how do I get 2 out of the denominator? Well, I got to multiply by 2 on both sides. So 2 times 0.5 is 1. Okay. Now the last one, molarity is equal to 0.5 moles over liters. Now, to get liters out, you got to multiply by L on both sides. So you're going to have 2 times L is equal to 0.5. And then you got to divide by 2 on both sides. So 0.5 divided by 2 is 0.25 liters. Okay. Now the dilution equation is M1V1 equals M2V2. Now there was a shortcut, and hopefully you remember the shortcut. There are always going to be 2 numbers separated by the word of. When that happens, you multiply those 2 numbers and divide by whatever number is left. Okay? So in this first problem, it might help if I had a calculator. Okay, in this first problem, I have 500 times 3 divided by 6. I got 250. Okay. Next one, 2 numbers separated by the word of. Multiply, divide by 2. I got 1.5. Okay, last one, multiply those 2 together, divide by 250. Your answer is going to be 6. Okay. The last 2 are my dilution equations. So I'm going to have grams of solute over grams of solution. So solute over solution times 100. Solute over solution times 100. So if I look, I'm given 500 grams of solution. I'm given 100 grams of solute. So what you got to do is you got to type in 100. Let me zoom in a little bit. So you got to type in 100 divided by 500 times 100. You should get 20%. Now this last one, I'm given grams of solute is 25, but I'm not given grams of solution. A solution, however, is the solute plus the solvent. So what is 25 plus 25? 50. Okay. So if you add up all those, or divide those and multiply by that, your final answer will be 50%. Okay, so hopefully that kind of helped out, made a little bit of sense. If you still have questions, feel free to ask, or maybe try some of those extra activities that I will be posting here anytime. But hopefully you're starting to get pretty comfortable on this topic, so that we can move on to some acids and bases. Okay. Well, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you on Monday.